Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see a little how to implement a custom function. Um, Custom function, which we already see how to create a function in itself. That's not the point. The point is to really be able to create functionality, not function, functionality. So this video will be just like an exercise that will show you the possibility of JavaScript and this function in JavaScript. Anyway, here we have a button and an H1, and I want to show you some functionality of JavaScript that we can implement. First, I'm going to call to create a variable, and this variable is accessing the document object in query selector. We didn't see this, but I'm grabbing the button element inside the document object, which contains the wind, the DOM, and so all the nodes of HTML. But this is a blah 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 that has no sense. Then we have let title, always oops. Ok, va bene così. Okay, we grab not button but h1, and so now we have these two variables that can grab the with query selector two different elements. And now I'm going to create a function which I call greeting, all in lowercase. All in lowercase. Function greeting, I define this variable which is title. So I'm grabbing this element, then I'm using the inner HTML, and so with this function I'm modifying the inner HTML of our h1, and I will log greeting Giorgio, okay, and semicolon, and that's it. Okay, if I come here, okay, everything is good. We have this button that sucks. We have this while loop that has no sense. I'm going to delete it. I click the button, and nothing happens in the DOM, in the console log. It does nothing. So nothing really has shows itself. Now let me take off this. Okay. So we need. I want when the button gets clicked, I want this function to change the HTML inside the title, inside the h1. So I'm going to grab straightforward, yes. Button dot advent listener dot click, and we are going to use an arrow function that is going to call our function greeting. Okay, greeting. Okay, so now let's see if there are errors. Of course there are errors. As always, a silly mistake ruin your day. It was written innet and not inner, and everything was crashing. I've gone mad for 15 minutes. Anyway, now it works. If you if you click the bottom, actually it does what we wanted. Very nice, very good. And this was the first step into this exercise. But now let's see something else. I want to add some parameters to our code. So we are adding a input HTML element of yes type text, and then we give it a name equal to name nome. Say it in Italian, I don't know why. And I think let's see if it's and the placeholder, we even give it a placeholder name of person. Okay, so let's see what I did. Name of person, greeting, it's even good. It's even nice looking. I don't want to change the CSS. Then here I have to add our I let name equal to document dot query selector input. Okay, I think it's fine. It's good. It's nice. Easy to understand what I'm doing. Now I have name is grabbing input, and to see, let's console.log. On my event listener, I console.log name. So let's see if what I did actually do what I want. Actually works. Okay, so now I give it a value. I open the console and it should console.log the input, all the whole input. Okay, so yes, it's actually is console logging the input field but not the input value. Anyway, was expectable, so we just close this and we come here and we give font.value, update, come back, and now I have my value. Okay, let's move on. I paused the video because I wanted to find the backtick, how to create a backtick, and because we will need it right now. Anyway, what I want to do now is to pass a parameter inside our greeting function so that we can dynamically change the title. Okay, let's add the parameter name. Here we use backticks, which is Alt 96 of the small keyboard of your computer, not the big one. That's why I was freaking out. And then you come here and you place $, curly braces, name. Okay. Now let's see what the logic brings. Okay, now I click the button and it's saying greeting undefined. Undefined, why? Because actually we didn't give the name any value. and so it's saying undefined. We can give a name a default value, so we can come here and say that our value will be this one, and if you come here it will say greeting Maria. Okay, you can even pass a parameter here, so you can say Marco, but this is quite no sense, to be frank. I mean, it's not what we want. We want, we can give it a parameter name, okay. The point is that we want that this is what we input, okay. So we want to get our input and use it inside the name. And how are we going to do it? We are going to come here into greeting, and we are going to use the parameter as parameter. So we are passing it here as parameter name dot value. Okay, so okay, now I come and I write whatever, and it does call Maria. Wait a moment. Same story 10th times, and this can be a lesson to me and you both. I put name, but here I wrote nome. I don't know why, because I'm Italian, so I wrote nome. And so now what I want is this, no? Is this value, the value of nome. So I was getting name dot value and it was no sense, but now I call nome dot value, so the what will be inside here after the add event listener has fired. But let's just see. You come here, you can write name whatever, and it displays whatever. Okay, so this was what I intended to show. And we have seen all the things that more or less we have talked about in the previous videos about these variables, not variables, and function. And okay, there were some things, add event listener and query selector, that we didn't talk about, but they are simple to understand. And for me, the most important thing was to show a little exercise that that could really make you understand what we can do and what is actually the practical life of JavaScript coding. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed, and of course we will move on still with function and then with other things. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next video.